Hello there, hello there. Welcome back to another video in ARK Survival Ascended, or another stream in this case. I'm here on Astraeos, and today we're diving into the medieval fantasy event that I've been hosting for the past 3 weeks now, and will continue to host for the few weeks to come, for the rest of April, in fact. And people have been hard at work trying to survive, raising their kingdoms, and also making some pretty cool builds in the process. So I figured it's about time to give you, well, it's not quite midway through, not yet, but pretty much. So get a little look about how things are right now, what builds have been popping up everywhere. See some really cool things, because I know there's a few really cool builds already. And then we have a kind of a reference point, you know, before we see the final builds probably in a month's time, near the very end of the event. So yeah, I figured that could be a fun little thing. I also haven't streamed in a little bit, if you like. I don't know. I don't even know when the last time was. But yeah, we're here. We're back. We're gonna look at some awesome ARK builds. There's a bunch of cool medieval builds, some different vibes, some different styles. Should be some cool docks. Should be some cool things to take a look at in general. So yeah, hopefully that is all going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, I guess there's only one thing to do. That's to dive right in and see what builds we can find. You know, let's see if we can find some cool stuff. I'm here in the desert right now because that's kind of like the neutral zone. This great city, of course, Minas Tirith, looking pretty amazing already. But we also have some actual builds to take a look at today, of course. So I think probably the fastest way to get anywhere with some cool builds is probably to hop right on a teleporter and teleport over. But yeah, welcome in everyone, welcome in. Hope you're all doing well. Hello there. Yeah, I've put on my, apparently I have a ARK medieval playlist. I did not know about that. I guess I make this someday. I don't know when, because it's a pretty old playlist, but I was like, oh, let's try that one. Hello there, Ness. Hello there. So yeah, we're here on Corinthos. So the way the event works is that the 3 kingdoms that are participating in this event have been divided over the continent. So one kingdom is on Corinthos, one on Corinthos, and then one on Lemnokus. And then the volcano island and the desert are neutral zones where there's a lot of cool things to find, which means that each kingdom has an entire continent for them to just kind of well, do with as they please. And that's certainly what they have done. So today we're gonna just take a little peek at some of those builds. One of them, really cool one, is right over here. It's gonna take a little bit to load in because for some reason recently ARK's been a lot slower with loading in things, which it's not my favorite. Not my favorite for sure. But yeah, what kind of music is this? Apparently it's Sphere Evolve now. It's not really time for that quite yet. But yeah, we'll just wait a second, let this all load in, because there is quite a lot here to take a look at. But it's definitely really cool and well worth it. So let's wait for it all to appear, and then we can take a little snoop around, see what we can see, and appreciate some of these cool builds. So this is one of the kingdoms. This is Nottalheim. They've been working very hard here at these docks, as you can see, and I feel like it's nearing completion. At least the dock portion is. I don't know how big they want to go here. But yeah, they are definitely doing quite well. So yeah, they've got some cool custom banners, which I think is using Scribble's Signs mod. And then we have a cool custom ship there as well, and a bunch of really cool buildings. So yeah, I wanted just to take a cool tour around everything and take a good look. But yeah, look at this custom ship here in the docks. We've got some really cool buildings, some really nice uses as well of the zip lines, which is definitely a really cool look. There's some great signs here, and there's also some custom reefs here with the plants kind of worked into the reefs, which is also very nice. So yeah, let's just walk around a little bit and see what we see, because there's definitely a few places that we want to visit today. But yeah, I thought it would be fun to kind of have a little look and see what everyone's been up to, because it's been exactly 3 weeks since the event server went live. And well, people have definitely not been sitting still, because there's quite a lot that we can explore already. So we have these lovely docks. Don't know if this leads anywhere. Not yet. Which means I'm kind of locked out here. Gonna go over to this side. Of course, I should have started here at the actual ship. It's looking really cool. And oh, it's got even some interiors. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Oh, yeah, look at that. We can sail right out of here. No, this was all built by Dan, I believe. Or most of it was built by Dan here. I know those buildings over there with the windmill are by Aura. Well, yeah, look at this. Cool little tower up there too. Let's see if there's any cool... Ooh, there's some hidden features here. We've got a little staircase to go up into the buildings. Brings us up here. Up high. And then we have... Due to a rock slide, this area is closed. Look at that. That's really cool. Yeah, I like the look of that. Got some nice detailing and little stables going on here. And a little courtyard where things are still under construction. Like a half-constructed house. I think that always looks really cool. Definitely a nice addition. We've got some logs stored here as well for this kind of build site, I suppose. The decor's by dusk. Okay, yeah. Loving some of those signs especially. There's a little dry dock here as well. New ship being built. Very cool. And then, yeah, we got some pretty good harbor vibes. I love this crane with the zip lines attached to that platform. Really nicely done, especially since we already have visual storage here, so you could easily just use those cranes. But yeah, I really like the look of some of these custom-made ones. Feels like a proper port where a lot of things are being unloaded all the time. You know? Like there's a lot of activity. Look at this. Little storage room as well. This is very cool. So yeah, then we get to the bigger docks, of course, here, where they can also park their ships and tames that they're actually using, because this is all survival. Don't know if I've mentioned that, but yeah, this is all fully built in survival, which is quite cool. So we've got the notice board, and apparently it's only 500 metal ingots if you catch the evil shark. I would not risk your life for that, to be fair. I don't think I don't think that's worth it. I do not think that's worth it at all. So there we go. We got a little signpost here as well. We got a bunch of horses parked around. We got some nice barrels here. I really like this part of the build, like the grain barrels at the top. We got some of it being loaded in. Very nice. In general, the vibes of this place, very cool. Cool windmill. That's probably also to get power, but I quite like the design of the build. And some moving pieces, of course, always just help a lot, right? Like it just adds a lot. Seems like there's a little secret doorway here for a little crafting room, so they can get some new structures made. And then we have a little way to get up to the door. Some smaller houses over here, but looking very nice. Very nice. The coffin maker. They definitely needed those early on. Oh, so someone's already loaded in. There we go. And then we got the big wall and the big gates here, and then the bigger building there. We'll go there later. For now, we'll just take a look at all these little things here. So this seems to be some kind of shop. A little building around here, and then we have a bit of gap in the build before we get to a different set, which was made by Aura, which is also looking really cool. There's a lot of character in these. Got a nice little bridge going over this river coming from that stream up there. We got a beautiful fountain here. I'm guessing that's from the new fountain and waterfall catalog. I've actually played around with that too much myself. Yeah, I need to definitely give that a try. And then a beautiful statue memorial to one of their lost horses. So that's really good. And then look at this. Look at this build. So much character, so much life. Little windmill. See a bunch of horses poking out there. Actually see some species plants that are, you know, they've been placed in these rocks, or the rocks have been placed around them, making for a very natural looking defense system here, which I definitely really appreciate. That looks a lot nicer and natural than having, of course, crop plots everywhere, but they definitely need them. You know, they definitely need to make sure that the base is well protected. The sign are ready to go here. You can see the little details here. A lot of greenery here as well to bring in a lot of life. They even have a little water mill here, which is another moving piece. And moving pieces just, they add so much to a build. Like this crossover over the walkway here. Very, very cool. And then I think there's plenty of little critters to be found here. A bunch of cats. Little Cosmo, definitely approve of that. Terror bird, we've got all of those horses lined up. We've got some beetles. Little goat. Yeah, this is very cozy. This is quite nice, isn't it? Very, very nice. Yeah, so a nice building around here. Little build to the side. I don't think I'll go into all the builds. Not that I can, probably. But wherever we can, we'll take a little peek. Because again, we do have quite a bunch of things to take a look at already. There's quite a few builds already, and I might not be able to show everything today, but I wanted to at least show a few. A little shed for the wolf to the side, and then we have a bunch of other little critters around here. Bunch of goats, cosmos, more horses as well. Little stable area, even more stable areas, I should say. And then this is the little walkway to the water wheel here. Definitely adds a lot. Definitely adds a lot. And oh, look at that. We've got these the raven rooks that we can use to send little ravens to each other, so they can easily send things around different outposts and bases. But yeah, this place is looking really, really cool. Definitely very, very cozy vibes here. Very cozy vibes. And then the whole porch in general is just looking really good. And especially since, you know, it's just 3 weeks in survival with not your generic ARK experience. So it's a little bit more difficult than normal ARK. So it's very impressive how much they've been able to do in such short a time. Did my ARK just... Oh, no, it didn't. I was gonna say, did I just crash? That's not happened for a while. There we go. We got, I think this might be their main, like, town hall. At least that's what it looks like. It's pretty big build for the Nottalheim. And it seems like it's even getting in a little extension to the side. I didn't know it's gonna get even bigger. But yeah, looking very cool. Overlooking the port. Very nice indeed. Yeah. Coming together very well. And then out there is all the extra protection that they need to keep everything out of their lovely port, which, you know, that's how you do it. Big wall with a lot of species plants. Now I do know that they have a place nearby as well. Not sure if there's actually a lot of building going on there necessarily. I think that's mostly also where they keep the dinos, but we can take a little peek inside. Yeah, I think this is mostly dinos. You can see they've been hard at work. There's a little greenhouse in here. Oh yeah, there is a build. It is a pretty cool build here, which I'm guessing, yeah, this seems to be mostly designed around housing a bunch of creatures as well. A little bit of crafting and storage in there. Oh, another build coming up right next to it. There we go. All right, let's find a way out of here again. I think that's the main build for this kingdom. I do know they've got like a little outpost, but I'm not sure how long that is. I think they've got like a little outpost somewhere over here. Yeah, there we go. Got a few little buildings here. I think this is more like a Viking themed outpost. At least that's the kind of vibes I get mostly from that main big building here, but some cool castle walls here as well. And some nice smaller houses. Some cozy little places with a bunch of storage. There we go. And a little long house here on the edge of the cliff. With a bunch of creatures all around it, including some carts to get things around. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's their like main builds. As far as I know, at least. Oh, they're working on something else here. But yeah, I think that's their main builds. Let's go over to Lemdokis. Why not? Let's go up to the lemons and see what they've been up to. Actually, we've got something here first, which is, oh, this is kind of Lemdokis. Let's see. Every time I've been here, there's been more edit, so curious to see what we'll see today. So this is a bit of Elven build going up here on these cliffs, or well, these islands in the middle of the water. Yeah, where Audrey's been building. There we go. Yeah, I think this is additional towers from when I last was here. This is looking really, really cool. I like the color scheme as well. These painted roofs look very nice. And I mean, just the elven structures. They're so good, aren't they? I love them. Yeah, this is looking really cool. And it keeps growing. Keeps growing. So I can't wait to see what this turns into in like the rest of the event. Because, well, things should get easier and easier building wise, especially. So yeah, this is looking amazing. Very cool. Of course, all these cool elven skins and options. Some very nice looking details already. And again, it's a massive build. But I'm very excited to see what it turns into. I love those towers. They're very cool. Very cool indeed. And then, well, there's a few more things here on Lemdokis to take a look at. And I think the main thing will start right over here, so we can cross the bridge to another port. We got another port to take a look at, one that Mr. Wild Times has been working on. We'll just wait a little moment here so we can see it all render in. in front of us. Look at that. It's like it's a time lapse right in front of my eyes. All being built right here, right now. First time seeing these places on my own island. Yeah, you've been secluded in your own little chicken land. So there we go. Yeah, so this is built by Mr. Wildtimes mostly, I think, or solely. I don't even know if anyone has helped him out. But we got a bridge to cross. Now, I do know that some accidents happen here on the bridge, but it seems like that's being turned into quite a fun little scene. So the bridge is broken, and we can clearly see why it's broken right over here. Now this guy's been smashing the bridge to bits, which honestly probably is even better than just having a bridge. You know, love little scenes, and we got this whole army here ready to face down the Cyclops. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. It's a perfect creature as well, with the club in hand, smashing it to bits. The army ready to fight back. Yeah, that's very cool. That's very cool. But we have way more to take a look at. We've got another entire docks to look around, basically. So first of all, we got like a little wooden building here with a bunch of fishies. Little fisherman's house here. Before we get into the actual docks, and we can also see there's another ship being built right here. You know, mid construction. Always looks pretty cool. And then, oh, there we go. Fellowship of the Ark. That's the tribe. That's the tribe. I didn't even see that sign before. I don't know which buildings have details, so I'm just gonna peek inside if I see a door. But yeah, that's a pretty cool sign. And we have a whole little port to take a look around. The Brandy Buck shipwright right here. Building some new ships. And then we have another beautiful docks here with many different layers. And yeah, another really cool looking dock area. Park your rafts easily here, your water tanks and everything. Got some lovely layers to this one as well. And I do know that there's some really fun like little walking routes with some little scenes that have been created. First of all, of course, we've got all this storage tucked away underneath the actual walkways, which is pretty cool. And then of course we've got all sorts of little details all the way around. Now this is a very much not real archway. It's like optical illusion, but we can't actually go that way. But yeah, we have a bunch of storage around to make the place come to life. And we have a bunch of different walkways. Now I do know there's a little street up here, which I think that's where we're gonna try and go first. Let me see. Oh, we got the tavern. I'm not actually sure if all those songs are good to use. Normally I cut those out of the videos. I can't really do that now. We got some creature storage. Oh, got a little walkway here. Don't think there's anyone there, but that's fine. I guess I'm gonna have to go through this building here, because we have a nice little tavern here. Very cozy little place, and then we got hobbits downstairs for the small folk. They can hang out back here. I'm gonna stay away from the music just because I'm not sure if I can use it on YouTube without getting into trouble. But yeah, the best second breakfast outside of the Shire. This is where the hobbits hang out. And then I think back here, there we go. We got a beautiful little courtyard around here, and then custom washing, which is all custom signs, by the way. There's some magic going on here with signs. with all the washings around and lovely little sets. And then we have even a fake puddle. This is really annoying. This annoys me because it's good. It's really good. So yeah, playing around with a bunch of signs, but you can see how much little character is in just this little little courtyard in the back of the docks. Lots of little layers and little nooks and details around. And then we have this little walkway. This probably is my favorite, and I always like to come from this direction. I don't know why, but it just looks really good to me. So we got some more custom signs going on for all these little shops and places, which is just a really fun time. And then we're back onto the main street, the Took and Tankard. And yeah, I think that pretty much concludes this port. Let me quickly remove the fog because we can't really see where we're going. But yeah, looks amazing. Cool tower there. Cool little clock here as well. Very nice. And another really cool docks. Really cool docks. But that's not all. That's definitely not all. There's plenty more to see. Here on Lemnokis, there's at least one more place that I know about. So we'll go and visit Chicken Man. And we'll have to wait for everything to load in again. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool builds already, as you can see. And by the time this event ends, it's gonna be like 4 more weeks before it ends. But then the builds will be probably even more insane, and I'm very excited to see what all the kingdoms are going to be up to. Hello there, welcome in. That would easily take me 2 months to try recreate. Yeah, but people here build a lot, and you know, they do this a lot, and they work together because there's 3 kingdoms here, and everyone works together in a kingdom. So everyone that signs up gets assigned to one of the kingdoms, and then you work together with those players to build beautiful kingdoms, do fun events, races, like the race that I posted the video on Monday, the Terrorboat race. If you haven't seen that one, really fun one. And there's more events. There's a maze that we did recently. There's another video about that coming soon. So yeah, definitely a fun time. And if you want to, you can still join. If you join Discord and you sign up to the event, you'll get assigned to one of the tribes and you can join this medieval fantasy world. But yeah, you can see we've got some really cool rice fields here with waterfalls flowing down from layer to layer. We got more rice fields over here too, looking very nice. And I think you'll all agree with me, we want to see rice fields going all across this valley, even though it takes a lot of time to build one of these. But you know, we want to see them everywhere, right? Everywhere. That would be amazing. But probably a few is more reasonable. But yeah, we got some first buildings going up here as well. Some swinging lanterns, very important. We can see some swinging lanterns here. Very nice, of course. Nice cozy little build here with a little rook here as well, of course, to send mail around. There we go. And then we've got newly added stables here, and I see that those have got some lanterns now too, so it feels like this is being finished up. But then also it wasn't big enough for everyone, so still have to wait outside, I guess. But yeah, this is quite cool. Chicken's learning even more new tricks with his favorite skins, new window tricks, which I'm not allowed to tell you how he did these, so I won't. But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. And he's working on a little gate here. A little gate to keep the roads safe, or keep everyone's safe from the chicken. Either or. Either or. But yeah, another really cool place. Excited to see where this goes, because usually chicken goes crazy. But yeah, a nice new little outpost that's been recently started and will continue to grow, I'm sure, until the chicken dynasty has spread across. I don't know how far he plans on going. I do find it funny because there's a lot of beautiful blossom trees here, but I guess not a great building location. And I guess there's a very, very Greek looking temple there. Maybe doesn't work as well. Yeah, then I think that's all the projects on Lemnokas. Pretty sure. So let's head over to Corinthos. There. Yeah, you can place your own blossom trees. That's true, that's true. Right, there we go. Don't mind all the gates. That's for this weekend's race. I've been very busy placing all the gates in the world. Let's go get over to this place over here, because I know they've been hard at work here at another little port, which is also looking very good. Let's wade. Yeah, I'm hoping I can find all the builds on Corinthos. There we go. But this place surprised me. There's some secrets here that I didn't see right away. And this keeps growing as well. Like, this town keeps growing every day, I feel like. So there we go. We've got another build very much in progress, as you see. Some protective measures have been taken as well. That theory really wants to come in. But we got some really, really nice looking gatehouse here. It feels like a little bit of Viking-y gatehouse for sure. With some nice stable room inside for a bunch of creatures. Keeping them safe. Working on different little things everywhere. And then we got a bunch of well, docks and everything around. With some lovely little builds spread through them as well. I really like always the visual storage for these, especially for these medieval types of builds. They just work perfectly. And it's practical because, I mean, it's your storage, but it also is your decoration. And it just works. It just works. Look at this little area. This is so lovely. So we got like a little island base over there, and then we got the mainland connection right here as well. Look at this. We got a little water wheel with a custom waterfall going into it, and now some nice docks to park rafts at. This is looking amazing. And then we have some like little workshop over here. Oh, someone's actually there. Gonna scare people again by showing up unannounced. And then we have more over here. Don't want to get locked in, but yeah, it's looking very nice. Some very cozy little builds. Some nice bridges as well. Look at that. I like the look of that for sure. So yeah, this is where the water came out of as well on the other side. Very cool, very cool. Little forge area. And then we have this lovely bridge. Got like a little raven post again, because they're very useful. That's been a great addition. It's a little mod that has this little raven rook. And you can, it's basically like link storage, but it looks way cooler. Because you kind of send actual posts, you send actual ravens around, which is quite cool. So we got some more docks here with some water creatures around. Looking quite nice. I also like these minotaur statues. Very cool, very cool. And all the docks down here. Yeah, all tribes have done an amazing job on the docks. I'm loving all the docks that I've seen so far. More buildings up here. Going up, and then we got a little windmill here. Wait, there was a build here? I'm very sure there was a build here. I guess maybe they're remodeling. I'm fairly sure there was something there already. Got another little cozy house right here. Looking good, looking good. Little vegetable patch in the front garden. Very cool indeed. And then another nice building right over here as well. Looking very cool. Another tower back here. And then we have... Oh, we got a big staircase to some more docks down there, I suppose. Some nice ferries standing here too. And I think then... but I think this is mostly just the survival base hidden in that little cave there. Because, well, caves are just a lot safer when first starting out. But probably the coolest thing here, and definitely one of the coolest things I've seen on the event so far, is the church up here. Because it's actually a collapsed church, like it's broken down and everything, but the details in it are insanely good. So you can see like the roof is broken up, you can see the pillar in the front here has been shattered, but just the way it all looks amazing. I really like what they've done to the place. So yeah, we got the graveyard back here already, where you can see loads of little details and everything, which looks really good. You can see the broken wall with like gaps and like support beams poking through, like it's properly broken down, which is a really cool way to get like, yeah, just more character and more story in a build. And then here you can see that broken support. You can see a broken card, but here as well, here you see it especially well with the roof too, where you see like the whole roof being broken and just all the little pieces. It's just very well placed. Like it feels very believable that this is a broken down church in some way, which is really, really nice. Really, really, really nice. There we go. Very cool. And then the inside. The inside as well tells a proper story. You can see the benches scattered throughout, but yeah, you can see caved in roof pieces, like supports that have fallen down. The benches have gone everywhere. Stuff is everywhere. It's just so cool. It really tells a story. It really feels like a properly destroyed church. It's just a really cool build. And then some awesome decorations. Not entirely sure what went on in this church or is going on in this church right now. Maybe that's why it got broken. But it looks really, really nice. It looks awesome. Like all the details here. This feels like this feels like a scene out of a game. Like if this wasn't an ARK and I wasn't walking around as a shark, but this was like an RPG, this would feel like a perfect little location for like a quest or something, right? Like this, it's just a really nice setting, and I love it. I really like it. Yeah, that concludes, I guess, this little town for now, but I'm very excited to see what else they'll add in the future, because so far, very, very nice. Then I know there's a few different projects going on. I know there's a cave here, but I think that's mostly breeding. I think there's a little build here somewhere. Like a little outpost. Yeah, there we go. There we are. Yeah, so we got another little outpost here. Is this like a skin that I can't see? There is a skin here that I can't see. I guess if I'm gonna do the proper tour, I'm gonna have to download that skin. Or maybe if I stick around a little bit, you'll it will pop up. Maybe, potentially. Sometimes it's hard to say whether it will or not. But it's a beautiful location though, like next to this like smaller redwoods. Seems like there's a little What is this? Is this like a stable area or just more like a workshop area? Looking very nice. I guess I just have to wait and see if the skin will pop up or not. And then, oh no, that's just like a trap or something. Okay. How much do we trust that ARK will show me the skin? I don't know. It's like a, I don't know if it's even a 50-50 chance. I don't know. I guess it is. We'll see it or we won't see it. But it's not popping up yet. Not sure what it would be. Which cosmetic? Something. I don't know what, because it's all the railings. I'm guessing the whole build is probably in the same skin. I missed the goblin cave. I thought that was just mostly breeding there. Also, I probably can't even go inside. And I'm not breaking into any buildings today. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to. Not that cave. There's another cave? A different goblin cave. What? I haven't gone further south yet. The south of North? Oh man. Well, I don't think this skin is gonna load in for me, so I guess we'll see that in the actual tour. Okay, a goblin cave. Oh, that cave. Oh, I didn't even know. I did not even know. We move in here. Well, I can see these skins. There we go. Look at this. How's it? Aren't there like this modus in this cave? I don't know. This year, this is looking cool. Got a little spiky build going on here. Oh no, yeah, I figured it might be the dwarven one. I had that at some point, but yeah, cosmetics keep uninstalling themselves. I guess I'll probably just have to ask what cosmetics are being used before I do actual tour videos, so that I can make sure everything is installed and I can see it all. But yeah, I didn't even know. Yeah, this is a really cool spot to live in because you have a lot of space. Both water and land creatures can easily live in here. And as long as I'm pretty sure this mode is spawning here normally. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, look at them. They really are funky here, aren't they? So I guess be careful not to get grabbed. But it is a really good cave to work in. Yeah, excited to see what the goblins will be up to in here. Yeah, the sneaky smuggling goblins. Yeah, awesome, awesome. Yeah, that is right next to it. Yeah, awesome. All right, so I guess the dwarven skin. Well, let's see if it loaded in. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. Nope. It did not. I guess we'll see that in the proper tour. I think I seem to remember that there was some building here. Not sure how far along that's come. Oh yeah, there we go. There's definitely some building here. Oh, there's a bunch of building here. But way more than I was here last time. There we go. Some more Viking vibes here. Ooh, I like this. I like the vibe of that. A nice long hall. Yeah. That's a proper big build as well. There's a lot of space there. There we go. Bunch of protection. This is a lovely biome to live in, to be fair. And then we have a nice little place here too. Looking very cool. Little courtyard with a bunch of stables and everything. Is this just a beaver dam? How the heck does a beaver dam spawn here? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, this is really cool. Except the big gates around it. But I get it. I get it. Oh, look at that as well. Little tiny windmill. The sacred dam. Yeah, I'm very confused about that dam, but I mean, good for you. Just a free dam in the middle of your build. There's a lot more. Is that just because this is where beavers spawn? Is this just something I didn't know about Astraeos, that this is where random beavers live and have beaver dams not in the water? They pop up all over the place. That's so funny. I guess you normally don't notice because it's like a big dense forest. But yeah, that's a cool place. I think then we go down this valley. Don't know how much buildings happened here since I've last taken a look, but I know this is like the day one trauma camp. So many spikes. The goblins really tried the hardest to stay alive out here on the beach. Which you wouldn't really understand why they would have a place like this. But the first few days, it was a war zone. It was a war zone out here with a lot of strong things out to kill you. And then we've got the quarry camp here. With all the layers. Oh, greenhouse up there. Nice courtyard. And then keeping it all safe on the inside there. Oh yeah, I like that. Expanding to all the different layers. That's pretty nice. I'm pretty sure that's most of the main builds. At least that's one of the most of the main builds that I've seen. But there's definitely some other fun builds that I should show you. Because we also have a pretty cool jousting arena that we used for the starting event. We had a fun little joust that helped decide who got which island to live on. So this is made by Nessa. And we have a beautiful jousting arena here. Where, well, you joust. And you win or you lose. And I think pretty soon we're going to have another jousting tournament. I think Jester Ness is working on something. And that's going to be fun. Because, you know, it's always... it's a bit slow. Because it's quite difficult to actually land the hit. So usually the first pass is just a mere drive-by. But they managed to at least dehorse each other. I'm not sure if you can actually kill someone by jousting. Because that didn't really seem to happen. But maybe... Can you get better lances? I don't know. But it is a really cool place. It is a really cool little build here. And then we also have a raid castle. So most of this event is kind of like just PvE. But there is a few like... Well, not necessarily PvP. But it's more like a game mode, I would see it. So basically tribes can declare a raid on the castle. And then they've got a 1 hour time limit, or 1.5 hour time limit to try and take over the castle. And if you see, they left the defenses wide open, so I really would declare war. And then basically what they have to do is you have to, well, get through the gates or over the walls. Flag. They still haven't painted their flag, so technically it's not even their place. It's not even their place, but yeah. The first tribe managed to take it from the evil shark. And so far no one has declared any wars. But if any of the kingdoms brave enough, I know an evil shark. It's got some really good tips that might help you get in and be victorious and paint that flag. Well, because that's all you really need to do. Paint the flag. Yeah, the silly people spend a lot of time trying to break this wall. Could have just gone through the door. Silly people. But yeah, that's been one of the other fun little activities that we have introduced so far. Then, oh, there's more racetrack. Then there's a few other things. Some things that we haven't really used yet, but of course there is an evil shark on, because you can't really have a medieval fantasy event without a Dark Lord, which isn't me, because I'm very good. I'm the blue shark. The blue shark's fine. There is an evil shark, and he lives over here in this castle, and at some point I'm sure we're gonna go over here and do things. But for now I'm gonna stay far away back because there's a lot of things that will kill you. So I don't want to get too close. But yeah, that's the castle, and well, that's actually his entrance, because the rest of the castle is actually up here. And yeah, again, you don't want to get too close because there's a lot of things that will try to kill you. I think I might be able to get close actually, because I'm in ignore me mode. That's not a lot of things. That's more like a lot of things. It's got a cool hamlet though. I think there's a few more things, but they might be kind of spread out. Oh yeah, there's a troll in there. There's a whole army here. Oof. So yeah, be careful. I wouldn't go here. But at some point, by the end of the event, it's gonna be a fun place. we're gonna have some good times here. Then there's some more things. I can't show you all the things yet. So I think I can show you one more place. Maybe. And of course, much more will be changing over the time, because we still have 4 weeks to go with the event. So again, if you think this could be a fun time for you as well, like, you know, it's a medieval fantasy event, 3 tribes working together. So if you sign up, you get assigned to one of the tribes. You know, there's fun activities, there's quests, there's adventures, there's events every week. There's taming challenges, breeding challenges, and of course plenty of building going on. And it's a good way to get familiar with the community. And if you like it, you can stick around and take some of the things here home to our community cluster as well, which is quite nice. But yeah, this was the maze castle. So on next week I'll post a video about me and Squirrel attempting this castle and doing the maze and finding all the chests and the pieces. But basically the main challenge here was you had you start right over here, and then as soon as the gate opens, you go in and you find all the armor pieces, and then the fastest tribe won. And afterwards I also did it with Squirrel. But yeah, there we go, everyone completed it. And I really enjoyed it. I hope people liked it as well. But great fun. Great fun. And the video about that, me and Squirrel attempting that, will be out next week. So exciting things. Exciting things for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I think that is pretty much all the builds I can show at the moment. I think. But again, there's going to be plenty of more in the weeks to come. And by the end of the event, of course, I'll do a proper tour of all the different builds all the tribes have completed. We'll see how many each kingdom manages to make, and we'll just have a good look at all the cool builds, because I mean there's already some really cool builds, and that was with pretty primitive stuff with a lot of difficulty, and think it's slowly gonna be easier and easier for the tribes to really go all out with their plans and their dreams and their well, all their cool build products. I should just go to one of the builds and just kind of walk around in it whilst I talk instead of standing on my little tower. That's like a teleport point. Let's just go walk around this. This one is the closest one to go to. Oops. Fell down. Let's wait for it all to load in again. Hello there. Hello there. But yeah, so yeah, as I said, if you still want to join the medieval event, it's very much possible. All you need to do is join my Discord. Make sure you grab the ARK roles, and then you should see a event sign up channel, or you check the announcements. There's also a post there. And then you can still sign up. You'll be assigned to one of the 3 kingdoms. You can reinforce them, give them new strength, and play the next 4 weeks still, and have many fun adventures, quests, events, and everything to take part in. But yeah, so far already some really cool builds, and I'm sure there'll be even more awesome builds as we continue, as the weeks go on, and they have more and more time and more abilities to go crazy with their projects. Because, well, they've got a continent each, so they have plenty of space to do all sorts of builds. Different outposts, different towns, villages, castles, etc. So yeah, they've got a lot of time still to do all cool things. What's the plan X for? Well, to secure their place, because it's a dangerous world out there. It's a dangerous world out there. You want to protect your stuff. You want to keep it all safe. You want to make sure that you don't run into trouble too much. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's stream. I just really wanted to show you around all the cool builds that the community has been up to so far in this medieval fantasy event, and also wanted to invite you in if this looks like something you'd be interested in. So it's a mostly PvE event server with some PvP elements in certain settings. Have you ever considered running a one tribe server? The previous event we did was everyone one tribe, but yeah, we tried to do something different for each custom event we do. So yeah, this one is 3 tribes, but still each tribe has like around 10 people in it, so it's still a pretty nice big tribe to work together with and work on some fun projects, because this is what they did in 3 weeks in survival with pretty harsh circumstances, because you can't just tame everything you want. It's like limited week by week what you're allowed to do. So yeah, it's a fun time. So head over to my Discord if you want to join us and have some fun yourself. But other than that, thank you so much for joining me today in today's stream. I really hope you enjoyed yeah, seeing all these cool builds. I think there's some really cool stuff in here, and I can't wait to see what the builds will be like in like 4 weeks times, because there's gonna be another 4 weeks of them going crazy on their kingdoms, so it's gonna probably be some more incredible builds by the end. Anyway guys, that's gonna be it. Thanks for joining, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again in the next video or in the next stream. For now, goodbye.